Ladies and gentlemen, we are live! Wow! Who the fuck is that guy?
I love you! My balls are hot.
You're a man. You're a man.
You
are a man.
are a man.
More. What's his name? Let's give this guy a shout out. Doesn't listen to the podcast. What's his name? Maurice
Spears.
Maurice Spears.
Yeah, Maurice Spears. Yeah.
Hit him up on Instagram at Maurice Spears. The funniest videos.
Hey man, how much time do you have in your hands?
All the time. Yeah, no. Post up the funniest like mashups. Like he gets like quotes from just UFC fighters and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can play a little bit. Surely.
Yeah. Which do you have your favorite one? You just gotta play the Connor one.
Well, I'll play the Connor one because it's fresh in my brain. It's so funny.
Fresh.
Yeah, he actually says that. Fresh.
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 Alright, bring this up, bro. Bring
Okay.
this up, Jamie.
Here we go.
Fresh. The man. The man. You are the man. The man. The man. It's a man. The man. The man. You are the man. The man. The man.
That is our new intro.
0 cents, bro.
That's our new intro.
Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ. Welcome. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Across the Cage, episode 11. Again, 11 weeks of doing this. Thanks for sticking with us.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you're still here. You,
Me?
Mark.
Yeah.
Not the fans. You.
Oh, and fans plural now. So
all of our new Facebook supporters, all 386 of you, welcome. The support has been overwhelming. I feel like we say this every week, but it's just good to see the work that we're doing.
Yeah.
Is coming to fruition.
We're just about to crack 400.
392 likes.
Yeah.
So
so I think the big thing is what would you say? The thing would be that 90% of people don't ever put content into the public eye, the public sphere, right?
That's right.
And again, I've mentioned it before, and I've spoken to you about it. I've done this a couple years back on my own thing, doing, possibly the nerdiest shit on YouTube. But, when you initially put your own... what was that? What are you deleting, bro?
The page.
Just while I'm telling my story. Delete. Yeah, so I think it's a big thing though. You put something out and it has 0 response.
Yes.
Is disheartening. I to this day can remember I put out a game called Shank 2. I put out gameplay of me talking over it.
Yeah.
And it was 20 minutes long and 19 minutes was just dead quiet, man. Because you need to learn to be able to talk to yourself. And there's no one there with me.
No.
But you put that out and you wake up in the morning. I'm like, bro, PewDiePie. I'm going to be PewDiePie.
Yeah.
Wake up, 3 views, bro. Good. 2 of them me.
Yeah, of course.
So, it hurts. It kills you at start.
Yeah, so it's good. I mean, that's the fear that I guess everyone has when they're looking to launch something.
For sure. And
the fear is that you're just gonna be left in the dark, and all the the work. We've spent 11 episodes. Invested money into starting this because we're passionate about doing this. We're passionate about getting involved with the MMA world, sharing the news that we or sharing our opinion and sharing news with you guys in the world. I understand that we're a small fish in a big ocean.
Yeah.
That's not even a quote. I want to be that guy that has a quote. Like they use that on the pictures.
But I want it to be...
Is it a picture of the sea?
I wanted the quote to make no sense.
Yeah.
Just
the one I just said then.
Yeah.
We're a small fish in a big ocean. Stefan Julio. Did I spell my name wrong too?
Yeah.
Stephen Google Eye.
We're a small fish in the... Yeah.
We're a small fish in... Anyway, you just came here to listen to MMA stuff. So let's talk about MMA stuff.
But let's first talk about boxing stuff.
So there was some news that came out in regards to the well-loved and respected undefeated heavyweight boxer
Mike Tyson.
Defeated. Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, as reported by Bloody Elbow, he'll be co-promoted by Top Rank and ESPN. That's huge.
100 million.
It's good to see ESPN moving into that MMA world. They're doing a fantastic job with all the UFC content that they're putting out. I know that ESPN Plus are putting out a shitload of like stuff around fighters and following them around pre and post fight, all the panelists, the pre-shows, post-shows, the production. ESPN are just killing it with the UFC at the moment, so that's good to see. And obviously they're making moves into wanting to get Tyson Fury involved. So the deal looks like it's a 5-fight contract. Financial terms were not disclosed, but it's reported that it's going to be around £80 million, which is approximately 103 US, which means it's about 77 cents Australian.
Now, not just to fucking bring it up for no reason, but Canelo, how many fights was his? 8? Or?
Eight fight deal, 300 million with DAZN.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted.
Yeah. But
is it DAZN or is it DAZN?
I think DAZN's better than DAZN. Like I said to you on the phone, DAZN, Xbox gamer tag.
Yeah, I know.
Did you just enter DAZN? Well,
but even when you read it, when you read DAZN, it's DAZN.
Yeah, I think it sounds better. It sounds like an actual company.
Yeah. Makes no sense.
This is good for Tyson Fury. Mm-hmm. It's good to see him back. I was not expecting him to come back for 5 fights. Like, I didn't think his return career... No, he's got it. There's no... I'm not arguing that. My thing was, I really thought he came back for his personal self to prove something. Mm-hmm. He was going to fight. He was going to fight again, and then maybe Anthony Joshua. Yeah. And that was it. I mean, I really did not feel he was back for 5. Not because he can't do it, but because of who he is. And that, you know, but again, I think he's going to... He won't return to that life of putting on 100 pounds and fucking...
No, definitely not.
But I just didn't expect him to sign for 5 fights.
Well, see, 5 fights is just locking the fighter in. He can have 2 and done. You know, same as McGregor. He can sign an 8-fight, 9-fight deal with the UFC. You don't get the full payout. Of course not. Right. Of course not.
Yeah, but you're going to want to do it.
Yeah, but, I mean, you're locked in. So if you want to fight, you've got one with ESPN. So you can get that deal. That's
but there is a time limit on them.
Are there?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Mayweather had to fight. Remember how Mayweather had that last 5 fights with
no ones?
With who? Yeah, remember the fight before the second Manny Pacquiao one? No, the Manny Pacquiao one.
Yeah.
Where he made like what 800 million in that fight, some shit.
Yeah.
Remember those fights coming up where he just like floored like fucking 3 people in a row?
Yeah, just
because he just tried to get them off his deal, and now he wanted to get paid. So I'm assuming all of them would have it because it makes sense for the company as well. Hey, look, you can't just sit here until you're 40.
Oh, here we go. Fury will have a minimum 2 fights per year in the United States, and that details of his debut will be announced soon.
Hey, could have just read the next line.
Yeah, I don't know why I stopped. I stopped and went, whoop.
You read it, but then just out your brain.
I read it, whoop.
You focused and it went back out.
No idea. Okay, so that's good. That's good to. That's good. I love Tyson Fury. And I think that last fight that he had against Wilder. Elevated him to the top of the boxing world, heavyweight in regards to most popular. Anthony Joshua, he just got announced a fight. Afterthought now. Fight who you're supposed to fight. Who are you fighting?
This is my thing I was best to say before we move on to the MMA news. Anthony Joshua ducking Wilder and Tyson Fury.
It definitely looks like it. If it's not Anthony Joshua, it's his management. Eddie Hearn. It's Eddie Hearn. Yeah. It's Eddie Hearn. Not Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua will get in there and fight anybody.
Is it because Anthony Joshua isn't seen as like doesn't have something specific to him? He's just a good all round.
No, they're protecting him.
But that's what I'm saying. Whereas we know Tyson Fury has ridiculous head movement. He has ridiculous fight IQ. Deontay Wilder can knock every person out.
Yeah, except for
what does Anthony Joshua do?
Knocks people out.
Is he known as a big knocker? I look
because he's only had one. Was it 1 or 2 decisions?
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Pretty sure it's only 1 or 2 decisions. But again, he's fighting lower, like, no disrespect, but lower level
That's what I'm saying, though.
fighters, you know? And it just looks to me like Eddie Hearn and whoever he's being managed by are just protecting him for as long as possible. Very similar to what happened with Mayweather. That Pacquiao Mayweather fight should have happened so much earlier than what it did, but they protected.
Oh,
and then,
yeah. I can't disagree because he also did fight some people at their prime.
Who?
He fought, who's Canelo's, who's,
Triple G.
no.
He fought Canelo.
He did fight Canelo and beat
When he
Canelo.
was 7.
He fought, Oscar De La Hoya.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
He fought, oh my god, Sugar Mosley?
Shane Mosley.
Shane Mosley nearly beat him, but he beat him.
Yeah.
Beat him in his prime.
Yeah.
There's more examples. I know there's more.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of believe that, yes, Mayweather did duck people here and there,
But
but
why
he
did-
definitely
but-
fought people
yeah,
in their
okay.
prime. He definitely fought people in their prime.
Yeah.
I'm not even a big fan of him. They feel like you can't read, I can't be a fan, bro. Because you can't read my love comments, bro.
Yeah, I know. You can't read all the DMs. that
You just
we've
can
written
see
you.
the emojis.
I mean, across the cage, have reached out to Floyd for an interview.
We've also reached out to Ricky Simon. I'm gonna make this one every episode. We're gonna mention Ricky Simon until we're big.
The Ricky Simon,
Yeah.
Simon.
Every time when I
Moment.
mention Ricky Simon, right? He was in Melbourne, and I messaged him. Okay, so I don't know if the post went up that exact time.
Yeah.
It was 1 minute. So
Yeah.
I'm like, someone's on his account. Someone's
whether,
on his account,
whether it's him or someone that he's managing it.
right? Still in Melbourne.
Aljamain Sterling. I sent him a message over the weekend. All the best for the weekend. Send me back an emoji.
That's all it takes, but
I know.
look,
I
we're
know.
also fans as well as people who.
These are moments for us. I mean,
Yeah.
these are moments that, you know, even though it's a little emoji, Aljamain is unbelievable, world class fighter,
Yes.
world renowned fighter,
Yep.
training at Cerro Longo,
Yeah.
who are arguably at the moment two of the best coaches in MMA today.
And yeah.
We'll go back and we'll go into the fight.
definitely
We'll break down those fights later. but-
So quickly, we just mentioned as well, Nick Diaz not planning a return. I feel like that's a bit thing. I mean, that's right off
but you
SB
keep-
Nation bloody elbow.
keep reading.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that just opening up with that, but with a good offer, things would be different. Now, what is a good offer for Nick and Nate Diaz?
Well,
What do they
Nate,
want?
Well, Nate Diaz, he's got plenty of opportunity to fight. Nick Diaz is a little bit more unique. I do understand that obviously they're a package deal, so they want to come together. But at the same time, I feel like, you know, as much as they're worth pay-per-view money, they've got to, either you love them or you hate them. But when you hate them, you don't hate them and go, yes, I want to watch them get fucked up. You just don't watch them.
Yeah.
Because they irritate you. I know that I respect both these guys as fighters because they're amazing. But watching them leading up to the fight irritates me.
Yeah,
Why? Speak English properly.
Yeah, no, look,
You know what I mean? Like, I love them. I love their persona, everything about them. Everything about them I love. Just, it annoys me a little bit just leading up to the fight.
you know, I get what you're saying, but I feel like now that golden thing people have been commenting everywhere of
Yeah.
Anderson Silva versus Nick Diaz and Conor versus Nate would be
Yeah.
the largest pay-per-view of all time.
It would be.
And there are very few things that could ever top it again.
I agree.
Ever.
I agree.
You know? I don't think... surprisingly enough, and just a bit off tangent, just because of the Anderson Silva thing, did you see a little bit of a kickback now against Stylebender? He's not as loved.
Yeah, because the interpretation after that fight was that was a fight that he could have finished, but he didn't. You know, I think what people are saying is that he gave Anderson Silva too much respect in that fight, and he could have finished him. But at the same time,
Or he's not as good as people as he's panned out to be. I mean,
we won't know until he comes up again. But again, it's not a washed down Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva still looked good. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's not a washed down version of Anderson Silva. Is Anderson Silva in his prime? No, but it's still Anderson Silva.
yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? It's still a guy. It's still a guy that can beat you when they want to beat you.
Yeah,
You know. So he went in. Adesanya came in with a game plan. Executed the game plan. You know, he could have went off on a tangent. He could have went in strikes and flashy kicks and whatever, right? All it takes from Anderson Silva is to either pull guard or one fucking head kick.
yeah.
All that power's still there. 44, still all that power.
I don't know why he didn't take him down.
Again, he wanted to keep that fight on the feet, but
For the people.
yeah.
So I believe they'll be back. I believe that the money that they're going to offer for a mega fight, an ultra fight.
There was a video.
Yeah. So Nate Diaz walking through in the back there, sees Dana White.
Yeah.
That was a funny video, but
It was.
he's like, "Will we see you soon?" Diaz is like, "Yeah," and Dana was like,
No. Dana, what do you think? No.
Uncle Bobby Dana.
Uncle Bobby Pink Dana.
You see the Aladdin Dana?
So I uploaded.
Is that a rare one? It's a new rare.
It's good.
A new rare.
It's good.
Rare Dana.
But the quote, just quickly, that Diaz wrote, I think it's good to mention, was that I'm no role model. I was speaking like Nick.
Bro, you're gonna get stopped and slapped.
Come.
I'm fucking done. Bro. Okay.
I'm no role model. I still said it wrong. Still said it wrong. Anyway, long story short, you can go on his freaking Instagram page and read it. Long story short, he said, if there was an offer, I couldn't refuse. Things would be different. Until they are, I'd like to continue to think I've been fighting to make the world a better place. But until I can continue to do that, I don't want to hurt nobody. I just want to party.
Fair enough, man. You do you.
That's it, bro.
You live the life you want to. The life you want to live.
Up with the clouds, my friend. Up with the clouds. So that's Nick and Nate Diaz
They'll
update.
be back. I'll put money on it. They'll be back.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there you
I
go.
think so. I think so.
So you want to dive into this last fight that's just happened?
Why don't we just quickly touch over Bellator? So there was 2 fights over the weekend on Bellator. Now I will only mention the main fights of the 2 Bellator cards.
Krokop looks like a potato.
Yeah, the most ripped potato ever.
Yeah.
Lean potato. Midcore, the lean potato Krokop.
Potato.
Potato in my blood.
Yeah. So we'll
I
go.
like
You want to talk
potato.
this one?
No, talk about do it in order of days when it happened, please, sir.
Oh.
All right, so the first fight was Mitrione versus Kharitonov.
Yep.
Kharitonov.
Looks angry.
What was the final decision here? So
No contest.
it was a no contest,
Nut
right?
shot,
So
yeah.
Matt Mitrione, basically, long story short, busted a nut.
Yeah.
Now, not busted a nut in that he busted a nut as
Busted
in
someone else's nut.
kicked. It was a straight kick
Yeah.
to the fucking ball sack.
He busted someone else's nut.
Hemorrhoid.
Yeah.
Hemorrhoid. Unfortunate. Unfortunate to see. Obviously, in the main event, you don't want to see that, especially after when you've got back-to-back fights as well in regards to the Bellator cards. Also, notable result.
Can I just point to say, so Austin Van Zandt, bro.
Yeah, Austin Van Zanderfold. Got the win via
Do you think
submission.
UFC dropped the ball here?
Did they let him go?
They never picked him up.
Yeah. Well, maybe and he's 7-0, so maybe another couple fights. The Page
Do you think
Van
that
Zandt.
made? Do you think that made him?
I think it's too early to tell.
Also, I think it was hilarious that everyone at Team Alpha Male was calling him Austin Van Zandt.
Yeah. So good. Austin Van Zanderfold. So good. But,
So he got a sub win.
yeah, again, unfortunate to see in that main event. Mitrione, well hyped up fight. I mean, whenever Matt Mitrione fights, obviously UFC heavyweight legend. Yeah, I don't know. Hard to say. Nut shot. It's hard. Man gets hit with ball in groin. Is that what it is from The Simpsons?
Yeah. Then he called. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And they're in the cinema?
Yeah. The old mole man.
Yeah. Hands mole man. Ball to groin, something like that. Anyway.
Did you want to go through all of these, or
No.
you just want to talk about? So you want to go this one?
Okay, so then the I guess the most hyped up fight over the weekend was besides the ESPN card was for Bellator, which is Michael Venom Page versus Paul Daly. Now, already before this fight card started, and we didn't mention it last week, but already before this, drop the ball. Have it in the UK a week before.
Makes no sense.
They're both from England.
Yeah.
Have it in England the week before. That would have sold even though they don't do it on pay-per-views, would have sold so many pay-per-views.
Yeah.
The crowd would have been insane. But where are you going to have it? Uncasville, Connecticut. All right. Cool. These guys don't even know where the fuck that is.
Yeah,
Anyway,
right.
these two guys legitimately hate each other, right? Massively hyped up fight, obviously in the welterweight Grand Prix. And it was interesting, pre-fight, Paul Daly specifically turned around and said, I'll sign a contract that'll show me, even though I'm a wrestler, I'll sign a contract that states I won't shoot for a takedown. Shot all the takedowns.
Yeah.
All the takedowns. But before I guess we touch on it a little bit, there were some other notable fights. Keep going a little bit earlier. Oh, yeah, sorry. So Czech Congo versus Vitaly Minakov. Now, Minakov was former Bellator heavyweight champ, had the belt stripped from him due to inactivity, went to Russia and fought 20-0 versus Czech Congo, and Czech Congo wins via unanimous decision.
Czech Congo's still doing it, man.
I tell you what, though, Czech Congo, he wasn't letting his hands go. I mean, it was a very close fight. A lot of people thought that Czech Congo completely lost that fight. The only thing that I saw that Minakov was doing well, he shot a couple of takedowns. His striking wasn't really there. He didn't really drop Czech Congo at all. Czech Congo owned the striking, and got the win again. Like you said, still going for it. So,
and he has probably one of the best comebacks ever in the UFC.
Oh, against Pat Barry.
Yeah,
oh,
man, what an absolute fucking
Oh
fight,
my
man.
god, Pat Barry he's still asleep.
How do you?
He married
drop
Rose
Czech Congo?
Namajunas. He married Rose Namajunas sleeping.
Now they can both sit in the house together.
In the corner, lights out.
There's a dolly.
Oh.
Yeah.
So then the co-main event, Mirko Krokop against Roy Nelson. Again, it's another great example of executing a game plan. The game plan worked. Roy Nelson, to be honest, if he didn't really look like he wanted to be there, didn't look interested at all.
That's a terrible record. Sorry, by the way. It's getting to him. Roy Nelson.
Yeah, it's catching up. It's pretty bad. 40 fights now. Jesus Christ, 40 fights. But yeah, Krokop again. Nelson was shooting for takedowns. That's what he was going for the takedowns. Krokop knew that he had to avoid the takedown. He was doing that really well up against the cage. Lots of short uppercuts. The striking of Krokop, the leg kicks. Every time Krokop throws a leg kick, my legs they welt. My legs welt.
Where's Krokop been recently?
That's a great question. I'm not sure because I know this was his Bellator debut.
Yeah. Just been inactive.
I'm not sure. Can we bring up his
What is it, Mirko?
Yeah, Mirko Krokop. There you go. Wikipedia.
I think he's just been inactive for a bit. Second retirement. Oh, so he got done for doping.
Oh, definitely looked like he was doping.
If-
What did he get? What was it? HGH and plasma.
So he did fight in
Ryzen.
He got his through after the Grand Prix. Krokop faced Burado Kaito
Yeah.
on December 31st, 2016 for the open weight Grand Prix. Open weight. Boom.
He won the fight via knee to the body.
My God, Krokop then faced Amir Ali Bakari in the final that same night.
Yeah, and won.
Wow. Via
Wow.
knockout. So he is a Ryzen open weight Grand Prix.
Fuck me dead. Krokop mentioned in an interview in 2017 that he would like to rematch Fedor Emelianenko, and they both. Well, Fedor's off contract at the moment, but Bellator. Oh,
Also, the nice little thing there, nice little piece of information. Krokop is 7-0 for his rematches against everyone.
Yes,
He's never lost a rematch.
that's a rematch.
I know.
Put your money down now.
Krokop wins.
Yes,
Krokop wins against Fedor.
definitely.
I think Fedor. I didn't think you could do it, but I think Fedor shook.
Yeah, I think Fedor's done.
You know, I think Fedor shook.
As sad as it is, I think Fedor's done.
Yeah. All right. So
Then
that
you
was
got the main event for that card. Krokop winning that via decision.
Yeah.
Then you got the main event, Michael Venom Page versus Paul Daly. Again, they hyped that up so much. It was such a letdown. It was such a boring fight. Paul Daly was shooting for takedowns. Michael Venom Page threw all the feints. He threw 4,000 feints.
yeah.
And all he was doing is just, that first round was just a write-off. Then maybe one punch or one kick was thrown by MVP. That's it. You know, so that first round went to Michael Venom Page because Paul Daly threw nothing. Again, the only success that Paul Daly was having was taking him down, striking on the ground. That's it. That's it. I mean, I don't see how Paul Daly won. I mean, whenever MVP let his hands go, let his feet go, and was loose and open, he was having so much success with his striking. That's what ultimately got him the result. But yeah, I don't know. It opens up.
But Paul Daly, from what I've been reading, Paul Daly wasn't even a dominant wrestler in this fight.
No, he wasn't.
And Michael Page was doing a lot better than everyone with the takedown defense.
Agreed. But in saying that, moving forward, who's he taking on? He's taking on Is it Douglas Lima?
Yeah, we got to check up on that welterweight Grand Prix.
Yeah, I'm certain that he's taking on Lima. Whether it's Douglas Lima or someone else Lima, he's versing someone with the last name Lima.
Let's see if we can bring this up here if there's an updated one. Nope, just... Oh, so August Page.
Isn't it here? Just go here. Go to Bellator.
That's up there.
There should be, like, if you scroll down.
Yep.
Man, that Gallagher fight, far out. So keen.
No, they still got the heavyweight up.
But hey, Bellator, update your website. Go up.
No. We'll find it. But
yeah, he's definitely versing. I literally just said his name a second ago.
Douglas Lima.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I don't think it's Douglas. I think it's another Lima.
Okay.
Anyway,
some form of Lima.
Long story short, over the weekend, definitely showed in terms of production, in terms of fighters, that there is no way in the near future that Bellator will ever trump the UFC.
Yeah.
In terms of quality of fighters, production, you name it, UFC just on another level.
For now, especially now with the ESPN.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we move on to the last week's fight. And then we'll wrap up this episode with the talk of the upcoming fight, right?
Yeah, so we've got Blachowicz versus Santos. That's coming up this weekend.
So let's just quickly bring up this. I thought we had that up. Past events.
What did you think? What did you think of the event?
But we basically have
what a good weekend for
Bellator's level of production right now. Trying to find, it's like them trying to look for their fighters on the night.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So do you want to run that from the start, of course, as we always do, and then we'll break down.
It's good to note that there were 3 fighters that missed weight in the card.
Not great.
One of them pulled out with an ankle injury. Renan Barão and Bermudez both missed weight. Do you want to run through all the results? I mean, we don't. I guess the most notable results. I guess we can talk about the bonuses as well. People that game.
Like bonuses. I said, it's always good just to run through it quickly and then talk about the ones you want to talk about. So.
All right. So Whitmire, can you click on it?
Yep.
Awesome. So Emily Whitmire, mean submission against Alexandra Albu. Now Alexandra Albu was undefeated going into this fight.
Absolutely jacked.
And she had no success. Emily Whitmire came with all the pressure, took her down, submitted her. That was her first
8 strike. There was a total of 10 strikes thrown.
Yeah. Emily Whitmire, that was her first win via submission. Never seen anybody so happy. She got obviously the win via a rear naked choke there. Now Renan Barão, former bantamweight champion, knocked out. Like when I say knocked out.
Yeah. Second
round knockout by Luke Sanders. Luke Sanders got performance of the night bonus. This was a good fight as well. Scott Holtzman versus Nick Lentz. That was a fucking fight, man. That was a decent fight. Nick Lentz winning via decision. Scott Holtzman knew that he had to come out in that last round and land some strikes. He was obviously behind 2-0 going into the third, and he definitely came out swinging and he had some success. But Nick Lentz obviously getting the result there via decision. Then you've got Andrea Lee beating Ashley Evans Smith via decision. Then both undefeated, by the way.
Yep.
Both of them undefeated. Benito Lopez against Manny Bermudez. Manny Bermudez getting the win via submission. Benito Lopez's O had to go. Now, Aljamain Sterling versus Jimmy Rivera. What a fight this was. I mean, it was just a clinic by Aljamain. He's just growing from strength to strength.
But that is ridiculous, the stats right there. I mean, 129 strikes thrown by Aljamain. 206 strikes thrown, 129 landed against 36.
Yep. It was just a clinic. He just put on a clinic. It looked like Jimmy Rivera kind of felt like it was a bit of a shell of himself. He wasn't really having much success. Aljamain was just, his striking was just on point. On fucking point.
They need something more than a unanimous decision now. When something like that happens, they need
total domination.
Total domination.
Winner via total domination. But it was good to see Sterling. He's on a tear at the moment, and like I mentioned before, the fight camp, Sarah Longo obviously has Ally Quinta. Hit him up if you need to buy or sell a house in the United States. You've got
Long Island.
Who else you got out of there? You've got what's his name? Oh my god.
I remember
Chris Weidman.
Chris Weidman as well. I always remember. That's why they're all together.
Marlon Moraes as well.
Yeah, that's why they're together.
Marlon Moraes. Anyway.
So now you got Andre Fili.
Miles Jury. This is a close fight as well. Andre Fili edging out the decision there via unanimous decision. Again, close fight.
Both putting in the work here, man.
Yeah, and it was. I mean, I think Miles Jury would have felt a little bit hard done by. He did get one knockdown in the fight. That was towards the end of the second. Got a close knockdown there, but Andre Fili toughing it out and getting the result there. Now, fight of the year. Did you watch this fight?
I did not see this fight.
You don't see this fight.
I did not see this fight.
Literally, when we finish the podcast, you got to watch this fight.
Yes, because I'm looking at the stats right now. Ridiculous.
Fight of the year so far. What an absolute war this was, man. War. Vicente Luque won via TKO last 5 seconds.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Last 5 seconds. Brian Barberena dominated that first round. Thought he was going to win. He had him in a submission. Thought he was going to win. No. Back and forth. Bro, what a fucking... I can't give words justice to this fight. You need to go back. If you have Fight Pass, go and watch it on Fight Pass. If you've already watched it, you've witnessed greatness.
Watch it again.
If you don't have Fight Pass, try and find it illegally. Or don't. Dana, block your ears. But it was our fight of the night, both of them getting 50 G's, baby!
So just some quick stats there. 242 strikes thrown by Vincent, 164 landed, and Brian throwing 382 and landing 195. Again, I feel like that's why we like that page, Numbers MMA.
Yeah.
People don't understand nor value the amount of strikes sometimes.
I agree.
And, sometimes those fights, again, the Brian Ortega versus Max Holloway, the fight seems so long, and I assume it's going to be like this. The rounds feel so long because they're just throwing constantly. And you feel like, fuck, when is this going to end? Because, they're throwing so much. That's ridiculous. What a ridiculous output.
Yeah, and I'm still disappointed that you did not watch that fight.
I'll get on this.
You better. Then the debut of Crone Gracie. Now, I've got many takeaways of this. Firstly, did we just find the new Sage Northcutt? Crone Gracie is a delicious human being. Delicious.
Would you call him a dime piece, man?
Absolute number one dimey dime. dime piece. Ridiculous. Looks like just a skinny version of Aquaman.
Yeah, Jason Momoa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. And jiu-jitsu.
Submitted him.
All
submitted
the jiu-jitsu.
Alex.
The one thing, imagine you're Alex Caceres, right? The training camp, you're just defending the takedown, defending the chokes, doing all this jiu-jitsu defense. Hey, Alex, do everything else but get choked out. Don't put yourself in a position you'll get choked out. Okay.
Looks at his coach.
1 minute 14. Yeah. 1 minute 14. When he got up, he was shaking his head. Got up, shaking his head. Crone Gracie, absolute jiu-jitsu clinic. It was funny to me that after the fight, everybody was going on about hashtag love jiu-jitsu, and all the love for jiu-jitsu came out. And again, we both love jiu-jitsu and respect it. But it was interesting. I think it was what's his name? Ben Askren. Ben Askren put something out today on Twitter to counteract to that. I'll read it for you in a second.
I definitely feel I didn't read that, but I definitely feel like jiu-jitsu does not work in a general sense without having something else there, right? Now, what does striking just work on its own? I can say striking in the street. Okay, let's talk about it. So you're talking about it in a general sense inside of a cage.
Yeah.
Jiu-jitsu does not work on its own.
No, definitely not. Not in a cage. No, of course.
Striking on its own. Now, it may work if you're against just another striker.
Yeah.
I still feel, and what Ben Askren says, wrestling is the greatest piece of technique, I guess, or skill set you can bring into both a professional and amateur on the street set of skills you can have is wrestling.
Agreed.
You take someone down, first off, I've seen so many those world star hip hop street fights, you knock someone out just with a takedown.
Yeah.
Personally, I'd be so much better. I'd rather tuck my head, not have to take a strike and knock someone out with just a takedown.
Yeah.
Or pin the bitch, make him feel like a little bitch.
Yeah.
Pin him and then jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. So Ben Askren came out and he had said, not trying to start a fight, but wrestlers hold 7 of 8 male UFC titles and people are meh. One high-level BJJ guy chokes a very low-level grappler and people be like, #BJJ for life.
Yeah, that's exactly that. Because wrestling doesn't have that mystique to it. Because it's old, you know? Also, I feel like wrestling a lot of time gets a bit of thing taken away because of the WWE and stuff.
Did you know Henry Cejudo won a gold medal?
Oh, what?
In wrestling?
Does he wrestle? Who's Henry Cejudo? let's back up.
Henry Cejudo?
That was good.
Yeah.
That was good. Does Henry Cejudo also have staff now? And ringworm?
Why was Henry Cejudo holding Kelvin Gastelum's belt?
You're a fake champ, bro. You're a fake champ, bro.
Who?
Both.
But yeah, no, I'm really excited to see what's next for Gracie. He wanted to get back in there straight away. So imagine Gracie versus Ryan Hall.
So just nothing? There's nothing happening?
There's no striking.
Just no striking?
All jiu-jitsu. They both start on their knees. Just that to start. That
you know, they're touching here,
that clap and then the bump.
Yeah. Oos.
Yeah, and then just grab
that dead quiet.
Yeah, just all
the hands.
All you hear is just boos.
Yeah. The breathing. Be here, Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Eddie Bravo.
Eddie Bravo's head will explode.
So next up we got Cynthia Calvillo.
Yeah, against Courtney Casey. Calvillo dominant display against Courtney Casey.
Not bad by Courtney Casey though.
No. But I think Calvillo she's just a little bit too well rounded. I mean, again, Courtney Casey did really well defending all the takedowns.
Every strike she threw was a significant strike.
Well. But let's see that. I find that the difference is stupid. Because every strike should significantly hurt your opponent.
I think it's those clean strikes, but you can throw a strike you can miss. You can throw a strike that hits a block. And then you throw a significant strike.
Yeah.
So she's got that decision there.
One takeaway from this fight, Cynthia came out after the fight and called out Tatiana Suarez. Now, no one's calling out Tatiana Suarez. Nobody wants to fight her. No one wants to fight Suarez because she's just a monster, absolute monster. Calvillo called out.
That's good. That's what you need, and that's what Uncle Bobby Dana loves.
Yep.
So that's good for. Who is that? Just quick off tangent. That giant Gabby
Garcia.
I just saw her for the first time.
Are you serious?
2 days ago. I forgot to bring this up to you.
Are you serious?
Yeah, no joke.
And we run an MMA podcast, and the first time you've
first
seen
off,
Gabby Garcia.
First off, she shouldn't be like a legitimate fighter. She's not a legitimate fighter.
Hey man, you casual? Hey man, you casual?
Casual?
You casual?
No,
you cash? Hey man, hey, you cash?
No, my fucking point is all the juice in the world. All right. What she does.
No, she's got that Andre the Giant genes.
What she does is that swimming pool that John Jones swims in. No. She drinks that pool.
Stop.
She gets all the pictograms.
Main training partner with or I wouldn't say training partner. It's more so best friend with Chris Cyborg.
So they share. They inject each other.
Drinking out of the same cuppy cup. Sip.
Did you see? Okay, I don't want to get too into it because it's fucking ridiculous.
She fought that old grandma. The biggest mismatch in human history.
It's ridiculous.
Gabby Garcia was an underdog.
She came in like 50 pounds overweight.
Yeah, open weight in Japan. She only fights in Japan. It's hard for her to get a fight, man. She can't cut the weight.
She shouldn't be fighting. She's clearly juiced out of her
But that's
mind.
what she wants to do.
That's just fucking bullshit.
But why should
like
we
have some form of like Joe America? Oh, he black. He might just be black jeans and shredded, right? Let's
That's
be honest.
Brazilian jeans.
You look at
That's
Brock Lesnar.
favela jeans.
The fuck off with that favela jeans. Oh, they got no food there.
Yeah, what do you mean? They got the acai bowls, bro.
All the calories and sugar
Yeah, they got all
that
the
every
acai
hipster
bowls.
doesn't
Yeah.
realize.
No, I know, it's so bad for you.
Why is my kidney shutting down because I eat 10 acai
Hey man, why
bowls
would we
every
put
day?
on 10 kilos by eating just acai bowls?
Maybe it's all the granola.
Ah, acai granola, banana, pine nuts. Fuck's sake.
Next is James Vick Vos
Vorsvelder.
Velda.
Vorsvelder. James Vick versus Vorsvelder. Good fight. Another good fight too, man. Paul Felder just dominated with those leg kicks. He ate. Pretty much James Vick was fighting on one leg. Paul Felder did a really, really good job. Good job at shutting up the lead leg.
I'm so
of
like
James
I think I was saying this last time. I'm so happy
Chopping
Paul
down
Felder
the tree.
man.
Man.
Got the win, man.
Yeah. Only had a collapsed lung as well.
Yeah, I know. So he's a warrior. So did this collapse song happen during the fight? It took a body shot third round. Did you say third round?
Yes.
When in third round?
Oh, I don't know the exact moment.
Because I
Sometime in the
remember
third
reading up about it, and apparently it's terrible.
Yeah.
And it's only really adrenaline that can get you through it.
Yeah.
But beyond that,
Well, basically,
regardless of who you
in
are,
any type of like fighting or high exhilaration activity that you do, anything runs off.
yeah.
Even when you're like just walking normally, or you're going for a run, and then you look down at your leg and you see you've got this massive cut in your leg. You're like, the fuck?
Oh,
happened
today,
there?"
cut my leg while I was working.
Yeah.
I want to do the good work for the boss.
Yeah.
Leg bleeding.
Yeah.
Didn't notice.
Yeah.
He's like, "What's wrong with your leg, mate? I bleed for this job."
For sack. Too much paperwork. Sack.
HNS. Sack.
Yeah, sack. But it was good. Paul Felder was calling for a fight against Justin Gaethje, or the winner of Justin Gaethje versus
Edson Barboza.
Edson Barboza. Paul Felder's already lost to Barboza, so it'd be good for him to avenge that loss. He's in fucking great form at the moment. I just hope he and he's a big 155er as well.
Yes, yeah.
Both of them big 155ers. So it'd be interesting to see his next matchup.
All right, so we've got the main event now, or the big lead up. The big lead up.
What's your initial thoughts on this main event? So, what's your main thoughts? Obviously, for those of you that have, I mean, it's mainstream news now. Francis Ngannou wins in 26 seconds against Cain Velasquez. Now, what do you think? What's your first takeaway? When you're watching it, what's your first opinion after you watched it? You thought, what was your first thought?
Well, fuck, now, just as we just saw then, the different angles are definitely showing that Ngannou landed something
But what
rattled
was your
Cain.
first thought when this happened? What was your first thought?
Well, like I said to you on the phone, I actually thought first off Ngannou rattled him.
Yeah.
You said no, look into it. I looked into it. Did look at his knee definitely buckled, maybe meniscus tear.
Yeah.
Don't know if it was the ACL.
Yeah. Definitely MCL.
Yeah, so that was the reason the fight ended. But we'll put him into that predicament, and I saw the video now from that angle, and Ngannou definitely rattled him. All I'm saying is that he rattled him, and because in that little scuffle, it rattled him, and Cain spread too far, like he put his leg out too far.
Yeah.
And he got rattled, and that was it. Now, I did not think that Cain could be put out as easily as other people as Ngannou has done.
Yep.
I don't think Cain generally would put himself in that position, and he was in a decent enough position in the first place.
Yeah.
You know, he was close to Ngannou to prevent him
Yep.
from throwing as much power, like, you know, where Alistair Overeem was in the golden spot to get fucking rocked.
Yep.
Where Cain, of course, being a high-level wrestler, puts himself in a position where he's close, he's tucked in, you can't generate as much power without the distance, and up against the cage.
Yep.
But if that says something, Ngannou can produce power anywhere.
Ngannou is just a specimen.
What do you reckon his jabs are like?
He's just a physical, like, we've never seen anybody like this
Clean
before.
as well.
Now, my initial reaction when I was watching this live, my initial reaction was, what the fuck? Now, firstly, I was disappointed because I had bet on Cain Velasquez to win, and would have won $1,800. Instead, lost nothing. I mean, won nothing, right? So my first reaction was, actually, the bet wasn't even in my mind. First thought was, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
Right? Watching replay after replay after replay, the replay in slow mo, I see his knee buckle, and I see him drop. Look at his knee, look at the referee, and go, my knee. In slow motion, my knee, right? So he was all there. He was still all there.
Yes, 100%.
Other angles do show that Ngannou does land a short uppercut. Now, was that short uppercut enough to drop Kane?
No.
I don't know. Was it enough to get him off balance? Yes. Was it enough for him? Was it enough to cause Kane to be off balance, move that knee in an awkward position to then explode it? Yes.
Yeah. Because the thing is, you get hit with that little punch, right? Mm-hmm. And Kane, great fight IQ. He gets hit with that punch, but for that split second, he's like, "Fuck, am I about to eat another one?" And again, it's that fear of Ngannou.
Yeah.
It's that fear that fuck, if he's gonna land another one.
Yeah.
You know.
Now it's hard. It's hard because that was Kane's first punch that had landed since he returned.
Yeah.
In an octagon. Right? Obviously sparring and whatnot, he's wearing headgear, it's not the same. I think in that position, it's hard to take your first punch back in the octagon, I think. If you're standing and striking, you take a jab, then you're like, fuck, okay, I've just taken my jab, I'm back, this is real. First punch, fucking rocked him.
From Francis Ngannou.
Yeah. So, for me, I just don't understand. Stipe wrote the fucking blueprint to beat Francis Ngannou. Has Francis Ngannou gotten better since that fight? Yes.
But we don't know how good he has gotten. And
because no one's tested him, and this was the argument that Velasquez was going to come in here and wrestle the absolute fuck out of Ngannou, and we didn't get to see that.
And win or lose, Ngannou would have won in either experience or a little victory in terms of if it had gone the full 5 rounds.
It would have hurt Ngannou to lose this fight? No, because you're against Cain Velasquez, who's arguably one of the greatest UFC heavyweights of all time.
And the thing about that is, well, fuck, can you imagine if Ngannou could get his takedown defense there?
Yes.
He's so heavy.
We wouldn't know because didn't go for a takedown.
Who? Kane. He did.
As he was falling. That's as he was falling.
He shot. Didn't he shoot the take? No, he shot the takedown after the kick. Full kick. Goes for takedown.
That was what happened in that exchange. He went for a takedown during that exchange, which is why he got hit with the uppercut.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it wasn't like a full on, single leg or double leg takedown.
Yeah.
For some reason he was throwing those weird kicks.
Yeah, he threw that weird.
It was so unlike what we're seeing from Kane.
Yeah, but I definitely felt like he was testing the wall. He did not think that this was going to go how it was going to go. Say he just went down in terms of Ngannou pushed him down, which Ngannou's going to push anyone down basically.
Yeah.
In terms of in a scuffle, in a scramble, he's going to push anyone down. He's just so much heavier and fucking so powerful. So say he'd put him down, Kane would have locked that up on the ground and locked Ngannou up on the ground. I have no doubt. But you can't be in a scramble on the ground, man, with that dude.
No.
Those fucking hammer fists raining down from above.
Yeah.
That Nigerian fucking angel from above, bro. Just rain. Nigerian? I put Cameroon. I feel bad. Yeah, I feel bad. Nah, it's one of them.
Click on him.
Yeah, I'm checking now. I'm scared just when he stares at you and just through the... Where is he from?
Cameroon.
Yeah, Cameroon. Yeah. There you go. Fuck, what an absolute beast, bro. So what do you think now? What's next for Kane? Is he coming back? Is DC crying?
It's hard to say because we haven't... If we'd seen a 5-round fight and Kane lost, I would be able to make a judgment of where he's at. It's very hard to tell whether is the Kane of old or is Kane that's gotten old.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He's taken this loss here. Again, some people saying he got knocked out. Some people saying he didn't get knocked out.
No.
Whatever, right? I think one more fight will determine how I feel about Kane coming back.
Yes.
It's not enough time to make a decision on whether or not this is a Kane that should ride off into the sunset.
Yeah.
He doesn't have anything to prove anymore. Right? Well, I'd love to see him come back and get the belt. He's already a 2-time heavyweight champ. But again, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not sure. What do you think? What do you think is next for Ngannou?
Man, I don't think the belt, for starters. I don't think the belt... Okay, but the weird thing with him is that I'm not going to be mad if he fights for the belt. Just like some other people don't deserve the belt shot.
It'll be an interesting fight, him versus DC. But what I think should happen is, obviously DC is going to go for that fight against Lesnar, right?
Fuck DC, man. I'm so over him.
Yeah, he's going to go for that fight against DC, right? If that happens, undercard, Co-main event, Stipe versus Ngannou 2.
Ah, man, no.
Why?
Well, two things. Stipe, bro,
Stipe beats Ngannou. Ngannou's already in line. He's going to be ranked number 2. He's next for a title shot.
No.
You know he is.
I get what you're saying. It's not right though.
I know it's not right because Stipe should have an immediate rematch against DC.
He should
I
have
get
it
it.
straight away.
I get it.
That's not the world we live in.
No, it's not.
That's
What's the rank? Can you show me the heavyweight rankings, please?
we'll do. And it's bullshit because the other side is that Stipe gotta stop bitching, man.
He's gotta
go
stop.
fight. Go
He's gotta
knock
fight.
some
He's gotta
fucker
fight.
out, man. What is this? Oh, here we go.
It's just a list of fighters.
Fight list. Okay, one sec. Ranking. Sorry, there we go. I was like, who's that guy in the top? Bro? So we got heavyweight we're looking for here. So Stipe's still number 1.
Stipe number 1, Ngannou number 2, Lewis number 3.
But how, being the number 1 contender, do you not get a rematch?
Kane, new ranking 7. Lost, went to number 7.
Yeah, is that updated though?
That's new ranking. He wasn't ranked before this,
Oh,
this
okay.
weekend.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
Tai Tuivasa versus Cain Velasquez.
Done. Finished. I love you, Ty.
Hey, sideways comment. Have you seen how much Tai Tuivasa has been absolutely shitting on Justin Willis?
You've been putting up those pictures of him?
So funny.
What's going to happen with that?
So funny. Well, Justin Willis has to fight.
I mean, would you not try jump a bit higher? I know he got finished by Dos Santos, but granted, maybe he needs to get back in the good books. He beat Tybura.
I mean, it's good. It's a good
Did he
lead
beat
up.
Tybura or Hunt? Tybura beat Hunt.
Yeah, Tybura beat Hunt.
Okay. Why would you not go after Tybura?
Actually, no, he's beaten Tybura.
Did he beat? Are you sure he beat Tybura?
Yes. Hunt got beaten by Olenek. He got choked out by Olenek. He beat Tai Tuivasa beat. That was he main evented that fight. Tybura. Yes. Click it.
Yeah.
Brother, click it, please.
Click,
Click, please, brother, please.
So we'll check that out. I don't think he beat Tybura, man. I thought Tybura took on. See, he didn't. I don't think he fought him. No, he didn't. Told you. Hunt beat him.
Sorry, I was thinking about Asuka. Sorry.
Yeah.
My apologies. I'm completely wrong.
This fight still annoys me, because Ty had this fight. I truly thought Ty had the fight.
It's alright. Don't worry about it. It's alright.
Look, man.
What makes sense is Stipe gets a fight against DC. Francis Ngannou versus Curtis Blades.
Derek Lewis versus who?
No, sorry, doesn't. Francis Ngannou already versus Curtis Blades.
Yeah.
He already knocked him out in 15 seconds.
Derek Lewis versus Alistair Overeem. Alistair still has a chance.
He does.
Alistair versus Dos Santos.
Derek Lewis has a fight lined up.
Yeah, he does actually. Yeah, true. I'm pretty sure he does.
Derek Lewis has a fight.
Yeah, I'll find it. I'm sure he does, eh?
He does.
The Black Beast.
I think he's versing a Russian.
Derek Lewis. Nothing straight away.
Dos Santos. He's versing Dos Santos. Headline UFC Fight Night on March 9. In Wichita, Kansas.
That's a good fight for both of them.
Derek Lewis versus JDS. That could have been time.
So he
Could have been
needs.
time.
I mean, it's a bit far, so we won't talk about it too much right now. But I think it's going to go the same way as Volkov. So
Yeah.
Dos Santos for sure will piece him apart. Mm-hmm. But if you take that shot, you're finished.
Yeah.
Okay, quickly. Black Beast versus Derek Lewis versus Ngannou on power.
Ngannou.
Yep.
Didn't get to see it. They fought each other. Didn't get to see it.
Yeah, true.
through the least amount of punches in history. Yeah. Yeah, they were basically dancing.
So do you want to talk quickly about this upcoming fight night on February 24th?
This weekend.
Hey, what's up? Is this the Australian one? Yes, it is. Okay,
Yeah, it is.
I'll
So
double checking.
This is on Sunday, 6 a.m. This fight card starts. So this is UFC Fight Night out of Prague in the
Czech
Republic.
Republic.
Main event of this one is Jan Blachowicz versus Thiago Santos.
Dilema Moreta.
Sounds like a movie or Brazilian porno. Either one.
Dodson versus Jan. Peter Jan.
Pietra Jan. Yes.
Sorry, Peter Jan.
Peter Jan. Yeah. So that's I'm really looking forward to this. Again, this is all, very much like Brazil. They've got a lot of They've got a lot of like Czechs and,
I'm happy for this fight, man. I'm
and
happy
Polish
for
and whatnot. So
Eastern European people. So you got Struve is back against Delima as well. I was trying to point out.
this will be a good fight.
Tamon
too.
back already?
No, it's his brother. It's his brother.
Oh fuck!
Click on it. Click
They
on it.
look exactly the same.
Yeah, because it's Daniel Tamer.
Are they twins?
No, they're just brothers.
Fuck off! That's not a
They're
normal.
not.
brother
They
set.
look exactly the same. I know. No, they're not
That's
twins.
so
They're not
strange,
Twins. No,
man.
they're not twins.
He also looks like one of the. Listen, Sam, because Sam, my mate, listens to this.
Yeah.
You look like David. Both of them.
Don't you dare.
Yeah, he does.
Well, he's got such a long face.
Yeah.
I
He doesn't have the long face, but he looks exactly like him.
I'm more shredded.
Yeah. Oh.
Jokes. All right, we'll run through real quick again. Respect to the fighters. No one saw that, but I was. Amen. All right, so opening up the fight night.
They're unlocked. They're not locked, bro.
Damir Ismagulov versus Joel Alvarez. Can we open up a different thing, man? Please.
What's wrong with
this?
that?
This is rubbish. Go to this one.
You want to go to the US one?
Yeah, because the Australian website horrible.
All right, let's bring up the next one. Upcoming.
Yep.
Tickets? You want tickets, bro?
You want to go Prague?
You want Prague?
You want Prague?
You want Prague, bro?
You know what Prague reminds me of?
What?
Taken.
Yeah, everyone gets taken there. That's just how it is.
Taken.
So we'll quickly run through it. So let's go from number
yes.
one. Damir Ismagulov.
What weight are they fighting at?
They're fighting at... I don't think they've even decided yet.
170.
Oh, I thought he said that. The Australian Wonder Boy.
But it's the Austrian Wonder Boy.
He's a
All the submissions.
what's
So,
his...
Nordiev, Ismail Nordiev.
This is a different... Sorry.
Nordiev.
Did I
What?
click a wrong fight here?
No. Oh, you did. What was that? What happened there?
Yeah, what happened there? Okay, so that's bugged out.
Hey, UFC, fix it.
Yeah, see, I thought I was tripping out.
Click this one.
Yeah, they've
Yeah,
changed the
it's fucked
fight.
up,
They've
it's
changed the
fucked
fight.
up. Yeah.
Because the other bloke over here had a salty record of 15 and 14. So, you Mark Hunt?
Oh,
Sorry,
better.
he's still in the positive.
He's better.
I don't want to get dropped in Minto. I can't get back to Minto.
Stop talking rubbish about Mark Hunt. You know, he's the lead horse, bro.
Shut up, bro.
He's the lead horse,
didn't
bro.
know-
Don't. He's the lead horse, man.
We live in the area.
Fuck's sake.
Uh,
Don't talk shit about the lead horse.
Diego Ferreira.
This fight got remade from. Oh, so Diego Ferreira, he was supposed to fight that UFC 233 card that got canned.
Yeah.
So he got rescheduled to this fight card against Rustem Khabilov. That is in the lightweight division, 155ers. You got Daniel Tamer against Chris Fishgold. Is he Aussie? No, it's UK.
No, UK.
That was my next guess. Fishgold? Chris Fishgold? Looks like somebody that he's a Sparky.
Looks like, yeah, it does
Or
look like
plumber.
Sparky.
Or plumber.
Rip some bowls on the weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's in the one.
But reliable.
Yes,
Helps,
yes.
brings the ute over when you need to move.
Always reliable and helpful. So this is in 145. This is at it's called featherweight.
Yep.
Then you've got, this is where the fight is. So it's Mikhail
They're fighting twice.
Prazeres versus Ismail Nordiev. Then the next fight in lightweight division, Damir Hanzovic against Marco Polo Reyes. Sunday, Marco Polo. Marco Polo who's out of the Ivy pool.
Hey, bro, you want to wear a floral shirt and some short chinos?
Floral shirt, the top three buttons off.
Undone?
Boat shoes,
Yep.
white shorts.
White shorts.
What are you drinking? Long Island iced tea.
Hey, who's that girl? She's only 17, bro. That's Marco Polo wrapped up, though.
Marco Polo Reyes.
So next up is Carlo
Pedersoli against Dwight Grant. And then you've got
Does he want to be there?
main event of the prelims. You got Veronica Macedo against Gillian Robertson.
Gillian?
Whatever one you prefer, my friend. Whatever one makes you happy.
Magomedob.
This can't be the main card. This has to be prelims and main card. Surely. That's a massive main card.
Yeah.
If it is. Anyway, so you've got Magomed Ankalev against Darko Stosic in the light heavyweight division. You got John Dodson. I'm really looking forward to this.
Yes.
This is exciting. So you got John Dodson, number eight ranked bantamweight against Pietra Yan, ranked number 14. Now, obviously, Pietra Yan, quick turnaround.
Thiago? Was his name Thiago?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
His last
Absolute clinic.
striking, ridiculous striking. He made a name for himself. So really, really excited for that matchup. Then you've got Liz Carmouche against Lucy Podilova in the flyweight division, the women's flyweight division, I should say. You got Gian Vellante. Now he also fights out of Sierra Longo.
There's another Vellante, eh?
Him.
That's the only Vellante?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's another Vellante.
It could be. There's many.
There's many Vellantes.
How many Tranquils are there? There's a few.
There's like 4 here, including my family.
Exactly. They live in this building. So they're fighting in the lightweight division. They're fighting in the light heavyweight division against... So that's Gian Vellante against Mikhail Oleksijuk.
Turk?
Or Polish? Lord. His middle name is Lord. Polish. There you go.
Polish. Good job.
Thanks, man. Then you've got co-main event, Stefan Struve against Marcos Rogerio de Lima.
Stefan Struve is on a losing streak, am I right?
Yeah. He's on a massive skid, I'm pretty sure. Now, Stefan Struve, the tallest.
But he just did not develop the skills like Volkov did, even though Volkov's a giant as well.
Well, and Volkov was obviously heavyweight champ over at Bellator as well, so... Supposed to fight, didn't fight.
So Struve hasn't... So he
Struve,
lost his last two. He lost his last two.
Lost his last two, yeah. But his last win came in 2016.
Yeah. So. Oof. That's going to be tough for him.
Yeah.
He seemed pretty broken as well, I'll be honest with you. Some of the
last
fight
one,
stuff
yeah.
And some of the comments I've seen on his Instagram, he seems a bit broken, man, as a fighter, which is not great.
Yeah.
It's not good for no one.
Against Marcos Rogerio de Lima, who's unranked in the heavyweight division, with a record of 16-6-1.
Big height difference.
It's always hard. It's always even weight. I'm pretty sure de Lima's coming up from light heavyweight to heavyweight. So, but de Lima has all the power. He's 75% knockout TKO average in his
That's ridiculous.
in his record. But again, Stefan Struve gets you onto the ground. He's a lanky motherfucker. He'll tie you up, wrap you in a pretzel. So then you've got your main event, Jan Blachowicz against Thiago Santos. Blachowicz ranked number 4 and Thiago Santos ranked number 6 in the light heavyweight division. Now, this is interesting. This will be a title eliminator for sure. I think the winner of this fight, I believe, will move on to probably challenge for the title against John Jones. I mean, Anthony Smith is obviously up next in line.
Yeah.
I think the winner of this fight has all the arguments in the world for
number 1 spot.
For the number 1 contendership. I mean, they don't have to be number 1 ranked to be next in line for the title.
Yeah,
but,
no, that's true, yeah.
A dominant performance here by either of these two gentlemen, they've got every argument in the world to get that shot. I mean, Thiago Santos' last result against oh my god, what's his name? A British guy. The opening round was ridiculous. It was only Jimmy Manawa.
Yes.
44 seconds in round number 2. That first round was ridiculous. All the strikes, everything. And then Eric, your boy Anders, took that fight on short notice against Thiago Santos and lost in that third round. But also, what's interesting is that I believe that was the last Anthony Smith's last loss.
Yeah.
Was against Thiago Santos. So
KO as well.
yeah. So maybe when Anthony Smith loses this fight against John Jones, we'll see. But if he loses that fight, then maybe the winner of this fight, maybe the winner of Blachowicz against Santos gets to fight the loser of that fight.
We got to also remember John Jones is not staying around light heavyweight.
No. Eventually he'll move up to heavyweight, but there'd be a good fight to see. Obviously, who's going to be next in line for that shot against either Anthony Smith or John Jones.
Definitely.
Shall we make a couple of picks?
Yeah.
I think we should make a couple of picks.
Just a couple of picks, just one or two here.
Just a couple of picks. So,
Just the main event.
no, we'll go down. We'll go to no, not that one.
So in the main event.
Yeah, we'll go. So let's see. John Dodson against Petr Yan.
Man, I like both of them. I like John Dodson puts the work in, man. But I'm gonna go with Petr Yan.
Now, was John Dodson was he a champ? Was he a former champ?
I'm not too sure. Let's check. I don't think he was a former champ, but I'm pretty sure he's been in the mix for a long time.
He been in? Can we check? Just quickly.
It's just stopped fucking responding. Let's bring this up real quick.
Because I thought John Dodson was a champ.
All right, so John Dodson, UFC fighter. Oh, you gotta love Wikipedia, huh? Return to flyweight.
So he lost to DJ. He
Yeah.
lost to DJ. That's right. In the flyweight. He lost to DJ in the flyweight division.
So he's coming off a loss as well against Jimmy Rivera.
And he's also so he's lost twice to DJ. That's why I thought he was a champ, because I
Yeah.
remember seeing a poster with him with the title on it. Should have known. DJ.
He did.
He was fucking schooled.
You don't beat DJ unless you steal the fight.
Correct. So I'm gonna go with Petr Yan via TKO in this one.
You reckon?
Yep.
Yeah. That's a big bet. Oh, I think it's TKO or decision. I think decision is a bit more likely.
Petr Yan as well is also fighting relatively close to home as well. So
Yeah, I'm just saying, but John Dodson, it's his first walk in the park. Huh?
of course,
That's
but
what I'm saying,
yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go Petr Yan.
Yeah, same Petr Yan.
All right. Stefan Struve against Marcos Rogerio de Lima
I'm going Marcos Rogerio de Lima.
by knockout.
Yeah. I think Stefan Struve's a shell of his former self.
That's true. I mean, he's ranked number 15th in the heavyweight division. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go Stefan Struve via submission in this one. And the main event, Blachowicz against Santos. Who you got?
Thiago Santos.
Via
Knockout. I think he hits like a fucking truck, man.
But also he gets hit as well. I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna with you. Gonna go with you as well. Thiago Santos via TKO, round number 1.
Round number 1. That's big.
Did you know? Fun fact: all of the main events of UFC cards this year, right?
Round 1.
One of them didn't even happen,
Yeah.
right? Then the first one, TJ versus Cejudo.
We don't speak his name anymore.
Which
We
one?
don't talk about Cejudo anymore.
Cejudo.
Yeah.
And obviously 26 seconds on the weekend, so I thought it was a interesting fun fact.
Hey, are you numbers MMA?
No, I'm not.
Well, shut the fuck up there. All right, is there anything else you wanted to bring up for this one?
No. Cowboy against. I mean, obviously we released some news just quickly in regards to Cowboy against Conor McGregor.
So it's basically confirmed, other than having a poster right now.
Yeah, so obviously the first news of this came out on Ariel the Bad Guy. Chael came out and said, as far as he's aware, it's basically done. The fight companion over the weekend, Joe Rogan, basically confirmed it. Joe Rogan and Brendan Schaub both basically confirmed it. They're really close friends with him as well. So I am very intrigued to see this matchup. Obviously, we can go into it once it's confirmed and break down and whatnot. But I just wanted to touch on it that this is pretty much a done deal. So
Done deal, bro.
excited to see McGregor come back. And it's a good matchup, very good matchup. Very interested to see how it works out. So other than that, I think we've wrapped this up.
Yep,
Do you want to wrap it up?
that's done.
All right. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We'll see you same time next week. Take care. Ciao.
There's no video. There's no
Why,
video.
why are you saluting? You're saluting to nothing. Anyway.